You know, it's something. Let's move on now. Front page of the Eye, what are they running with?
Well, they've got new anti-strike laws could make strikes worse, admit government. Quite an interesting, I know,
Right.
not exactly what you want from an anti-strike law. So you sort of read it and think, well, OK, what's the flaw in these policies? And then you realise all it actually means is that strikers will seek retribution and they'll just do things like working to rule, or they'll just refuse to show up and they'll get fired, and that will cause disruption. So it's really not that the policy will make it worse, it's people's response to the policy.
Wait, so the new policy, the idea is that in moments when people are striking, they have a minimum service on travel and nursing and that kind of thing. And this is something they do in many countries in Europe anyway.
France and Spain do it, yeah.
But it's not the case, is it, that abroad these things create further strikes and further problems?
Well, that's it. And that's been the pushback from the Department of Transport. They've said, we understand the comprehensive assessment of risks in preparing impact assessments, but this does not mean that these are likely. Identifying these risks allows us to improve design.
They are. It's supposed to be the people who are supporting the strikes.
Exactly what you said, the people who support the strikes anyway.
Now, Leo, I know you've got some feelings about strikers.
I do.
You're big sympathy with them.
No, I mean, I don't. I think if you think you can get a better job, if you think you're worth more money, go and try and get more money. You know, if you're working as a train driver for whatever, 70 or 80 grand a year, you think you get more money sitting on your bottom pressing buttons all day. Like, go and try and do that. I think you'll find it's a bit tougher than you think. And I think you'll find that actually these unions are like a mafia. And in fact, historically...
But you know, Leo, it's not always the workers that instigate this. It is often the unions that instigate
Exactly, yeah. So reject your union.
Is that always an option?
Reject your union. We're in a free market. Or, I mean, we're in a free labour market.
And would you say that the employers ought to just fire anyone who strikes?
Yeah, I mean, it's working for Elon Musk. He's gone into Twitter and he's just fired people on whims.
Leo,
some people went on strike at Twitter, so he fired them. It's a fantastic system.
You're sounding more and more like that Instagram parody account of you.
Is there a parody account of him?
It just goes, all these woke leftists. It's very good.
Oh, very accurate.
It's like,